God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time.
One of our missionaries was working with one of our Latin American child care schools and went to the school, and the director that day said, "I've had enough." She had been to the police to report, I guess it was the third time that week, a reported case of abuse on a girl. She was going about 150 times a year to have to report some kind of problem like this, and she had enough. So that day she got there, and Mary came and said, "What's wrong?" And Coralia said, "I've had enough." And they began praying together and dialoguing, and came with the idea of a program called Chicas de Promesa, which means Girls of Promise. And one of the things that I guess is really special to us is this is the second time we've hosted the camp for the Chicas and Chicos program. This started a couple years ago. We really felt like it was important to take these kids out of their environment, bring them here to this campground, and to have a place where it's the best week of their life. But they're minister to, they find Jesus, they're encouraged and discipled. We'll get to go and see those kids again, and they'll say, "Thank you, sir, for the best week of my life."
God of your promise, you don't speak in vain, no syllable empty your voice. For once you have spoken, all nature and science follow the sound of your voice. When as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath, evolving in pursuit of what you said. And if it all reveals what nature's so alive, I can see your heart in everything you say. Every painted sky, a canvas of your grace. And if creation still obeys you, so will I.
This is my first missions trip. When I got here and saw all the bugs, I was like, oh my goodness, get me out of this place right now. But 2 days later, all the kids came and we got to love on them. And I got to love on one specific girl named Brittany. And I received so much joy from her, probably as much as she received from me. And I learned so much from the kids about being happy no matter where you are.
As the stars are made to worship, so alive.
I was able to step out of my comfort zone and minister to kids, not only using my words, because I feel like talking is the easy part of ministry, but I was able to lead and walk out what I was trying to display to the kids.
For if everything exists to lift you high.
We went around 3 schools, and just to see all these kids like getting excited and getting them all happy and having fun, like that was all awesome. Loved it. Loved getting to hang out with all these kids and getting to dance my heart out, and I mean, yeah, just doing God's work. Like, it's just all a great experience, and this was definitely my favorite trip of the whole summer. Like, I can't wait for our next missions trip next year.
Because like they might not have the same love.
God of salvation, chase down my heart.
They might not experience the same love that we give them at home, and they're such great children. And I don't know, I just want to really be here for them and love on them, because not all of them have the same love that we give.
100 billion failures.
So this past weekend I connected with this little girl named Sammy. Sunday morning before she left, she shared her testimony with us. She told us that her and her mom went to the doctors and they told her that her intestines were swelling and that she could die. So her mom decided to go to church. So the church prayed over Sammy, and then later on they went back to the doctor and were told that her intestines were perfectly fine. It made me realize that kids all over the world are experiencing horrible things. It also made me realize that God is all powerful and that He could do miraculous things.
You gladly chose surrender, so will I.
So coming to Costa Rica this week, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. Considering this is my first missions trip and I was going to be preaching on my first missions trip, it was a little nerve-wracking. I wasn't sure how challenging it was going to be with the language barrier and everything, but my favorite part of this entire trip was coming to the services, and that language barrier seemed to cease when we started praying with the students and interacting with them. The joy on their faces was something is indescribable to me. I was afraid because I started having trouble connecting to some of the students. I know very little Spanish, something I'll hold so dear to my heart forever. I'll never forget this. This is the first mission trip and I'm already hooked.
And if you left the grave behind you, so will I.
So we are grateful for the investment, for the suffering that maybe these kids did, but by their giving, their sponsor of this camp, lives will be changed. And our hope and desire is that these girls will continue to be discipled, and these young boys will make the decision to say, I'm going to serve Christ. I don't need the gang because my family's in Jesus.
So we want to say thank you. Thank you for sending quality young people down to serve and to minister to our kids.
That's right. And to make a difference for eternity. God bless you.